India is on the rise, viewers. We are creating history all over the world. We're stirring ripples in every industry. But who are the people who are doing this? Is it someone very well known? Or is it someone we already worship and look at as leaders? Or is it the common Indian like you, me, our neighbor, and everybody we meet every day of our lives? Yes, it is those people, the entrepreneurs, the people who don't bask for glory, who don't ask for glory, but they are relentlessly contributing every second of the day, every minute of the day, every hour of the day, the whole week, day after day, every day, no weekends, no holidays. These are the entrepreneurs and change makers who are driving this country to success. They are the ones who are inspiring us every day because we see our own reflection in them. And so welcome back to season 3 of Leaders Today. I'm so happy to be with you all again after almost a gap of 2 years. The first season was a bumper surprise for us. We were appreciated. We were loved. The people who came on the show, they were felicitated at different places. They were talked after. They were talked about. And they inspired people. And here we are again on our onward journey. And so season 3 begins. My name is Sudarshan Ramakrishna Chittur. And before we call our first guest, let's have a recap of what happened in the last season. Hello everybody, welcome back. This is the 13th episode of Leaders Today Season 2. Aapki Kahani, Aapki Zubani. I am Sudarshan Ramakrishna Chittur and I am so glad that we have reached the end of the season. This is the 13th episode. We have so many leaders over here today with us. They'll be talking about their short journey on this program and how it has impacted them and how it has impacted lives that they know. Please give a big hand to Mr. Amit Rana, our grand host for Leaders Today. Sir, please.
So this has been a great show in terms of, getting a good insight from the leaders who've really achieved a lot in their lives and career. All the shows, all the episodes have been really motivating, inspiring, and thanks to you again.
The founder of All My Craft, Mr. Prashant. Thank you so much, sir.
The idea of this program actually is very good. I felt that the timing is actually very good. When people are full of negativities, they have their own problems, set of problems, new problems is coming, and so at this point of time is the person who has self-made person is giving their experiences. That might be going to solve problems of a lot of people. So that is the first thing which actually like about this program. I think that the timing is very right. And if I see personally as a see All My Craft or as a product maker who are also solving the problems of productive professionals, whether it's their work-related problem or whether mid-level crisis they are facing up, because we have faced that, we have gone through those problems. Where you're in a job or you see that you are getting everything, getting success, everything, but somehow you feel that there is something which is vacant in my life. So that's why I think it's a very good synergy with this program, where I am also going to solve the problems of the leaders and the people who are also watching this show in a way. So that is the idea that actually clicked with. Thank you so much. So I think this is an opportunity for me also to help people in a way. So that is the idea.
A lady once said, if you want to be a victim and play a victim card, then forget about rising in life.
If you want to reach out to the masses, if you want to go out there and touch them, I think this is the platform that you should be.
Thank you so much, Dr. Robin. So how has it been so far after the interview, after having shared your story with the entire world?
Yesterday was 2nd October and I think the quote of Mahatma Gandhi ji, be the change you want to see. So I also suggest everybody to be a change, because everybody wants good in the person you are looking at. But I think to be good in yourself is the first thing you need to do.
You have to be happy within and you have to have joy within. And this was taught to us by none other than, I would say, the Clarity King, Mr. Amit Chawla.
Let me share this thing with you, that this 10 minutes of interview that was conducted, it has become part of me now.
Oh, wow.
And which is, I'm using it everywhere when I meet some prospects or some other clients, because it's conveying the key message, the key context from where I work. It's very, very important to share your story with the audience, because they're watching, they want some inspiration from you, from people, right? And anybody who's common person has done well, comes out and shares story, that's a huge, huge impact. You don't realize. And many times people don't come to these shows because they get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I told you that time that when you get uncomfortable, it is indicating growth is happening.
Thank you so much, Amit, for those kind words. And it really vindicates our entire case, where we are trying to say that, yeah, this is a platform and it is a must for people to come and share their story. Someone somewhere is waiting to be inspired by a story, and that story could be yours, or yours.
It was very interesting. And I want to tell you one thing. When my show was complete, I asked my wife that how was the show. She said, Sudarshan didn't give you the much time to speak. Like you, don't give me the time. But it was great for me, because you spoke about me. That was good for me. People called me that it was a very great show, and they have recognized me on such a big
How
platform.
important do you think it is for someone to be on such a platform?
Sometimes it happens that whatever the discipline we have followed in life, and such a big platform, it means that they start recognizing us. So it was a platform when I was able to know the people that they now recognize me.
You see, reaching to the masses is very important. Otherwise, your circle is restricted or confined to your relatives, your friends, your known, your Facebook circle. But it makes you worldwide. So that is what Leaders Today has done for me.
Absolutely, Sudarshan. It has done two things for me. The interview gave me an opportunity to actually align everything together. And within those few minutes, so many things came very, very clearly to me. So somebody very good pointed out that it has actually become possible because the environment the program has created for you, the host and Simran and Rajesh ji and all the crew gave you such a comfortable environment that things came very, very fluidly to you. That was one. Second was the whole network went abuzz. And there is a lot that is offered through the program because of the reach that you are reaching and the environment you have created, for people from, whose stories otherwise may not seem to matter, but they're making a huge impact. And then it has a huge impact on the work we are doing because it opens up to a lot of more people and a lot of more opportunities.
In my opinion, television as a medium should come forward to help entrepreneurs to tell their stories, to share their experiences and share their progressing solutions to the world. So it's not about being on television. It is how television can voice my voice to the people around and create the difference. I want to thank Capital One TV for crafting this opportunity for me to share my experience and reaching out to people.
It was only yesterday that your episode was aired, and I hope you liked it. Yeah?
Actually, I really liked it, and I'm really thankful to Leaders Today's program. I can see a lot of my customers and vendors heard my story. They gave a lot of good feedback also.
So a lot of your friend circle and your professional circle, they saw the program, that means.
Exactly.
How amazing.
Yeah, and they really liked it, and they congratulated me. And that's where I think I did something. When your vendors, when your customers, when your friends start noticing your efforts. It was fun and joy while speaking with you and with Mr. Rajesh. You made me really comfortable, and I was able to share all my emotions here. So this platform is very important. You can reach to masses, you can tell your story, and obviously you can go into your flashback. While interviewing, you can always think about the pillars on which you've been here. That's what I want to say.
From here, it is only going to be onward on our journey, and we will definitely look forward to a wonderful season 3. Because remember, as long as you have a story, there is always someone who wants to listen to it. Well, viewers, so that's what happened in season 2 of Leaders Today. A number of personalities who were here, who shared their experience with us and made us stronger on our journey to head forward and to be successful in our lives and also to become inspiring figures for everyone around us. अगर हम औरों से प्रेरणा लेते हैं तो औरों की प्रेरणा बन भी सकते हैं और इसी को आगे बढ़ाते हुए let's meet one of our sponsors today. He is Mr. Parag Anand, the founder and owner of Benson Trophies, which is one of the topmost trophies manufacturing companies in India, supplying trophies for conglomerates around the world and even larger than life events like IPL and also. Mr. Parag Anand is over here with us today. Thank you so much, sir. And I will welcome you to this show. And also before that, I will thank you कि आपने कदम लिया that you took up the sponsorship of this wonderful show. So I will straight away jump to the question. What inspired you to become a sponsor for Leaders today?
So see, I'll be very honest with you. जब भी आप कोई अवार्ड सेरेमनी देखते हो तो होता क्या उसमें आदमी आया स्टेज पे चढ़ा and it's just an announcement that yes, this particular person has been awarded,
received an award, citation, certificates and award.
But nobody tells the story behind it कि वो award जीता कैसे, क्या struggle उसने करी, क्या उसने मेहनत करी उसके पीछे, कितना लोगों ने उसका मजाक उड़ाया, लोगों ने उसको कितना क्रिटिसाइज किया, वो विल पावर, वो जो स्टोरी है ना वो कोई नहीं बता पाता.
Absolutely. मैं हमेशा से ना I used to believe in a phrase that I was using once on one of the platforms that I was speaking on, that heroes are many but it is the heroism that inspires people. So it is about somebody has won an award, but what went inside or behind that entire thing, because that moment is just 2 minutes. You walk up on the stage, you're smiling, you're receiving an award, you're going back. But those 2 minutes, some people take 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 decades for those 2 minutes.
Yeah. आज कोई भी बड़ा सुपरस्टार है या कोई भी बड़ा आदमी है, वो उसने स्टार्ट यहाँ से किया था, तो उसकी जो जर्नी है ना, लोग सुनेंगे तो इंस्पायर होंगे. They will be consistent in their efforts. वो हार नहीं मानेंगे. सो आप ये समझिए, मुझे पॉजिटिविटी इंस्पायर करनी थी लोगों की. नहीं यार, आपको करना है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. It's not an easy thing. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of courage.
Absolutely. Like I know India is shining on the world stage today, but there are a lot of Indians, us common entrepreneurs who are working days and nights. एक entrepreneur, if he has 5 people, it is actually 5 families if you look at it. That's a huge contribution on anybody's part. तो क्या मैं ये कह सकता हूँ, fearlessly, since I've heard why you came onto this show, that आपको बहुत अच्छा लगता है जब लोग अवार्ड रिसीव करते हैं. यू हैव कार्व्ड दैट पीस ऑफ मेटल और ग्लास और स्ट्रक्चर, व्हिचएवर मटेरियल यू आर वर्किंग विद, बट आपको कहीं ना कहीं दुख था कि इसके पीछे कहानी क्या है वो भी बताई जाए. एंड दैट इंस्पायर्ड यू, लाइक यू सेड.
सर आपको एक छोटी सी बात बताऊं, जिसको भी कभी अवार्ड मिलता है ना, अगर आप उसकी स्टोरी एक्चुअल में सुनोगे ना तो आंसू आ जाते हैं. एब्सोल्युटली. आई हैव मेट सो मेनी पीपल एंड डेफिनेटली ये बात बिल्कुल सच है, बिकॉज स्टोरीज इंस्पायर. आपकी कहानी, आपकी जुबानी और सब लोग सुनेंगे. That is what Leaders Today is all about. So why only Leaders Today, sir? Anything that you would like to say? Because there would have been a number of platforms. देखिए, सबसे बड़ा रीज़न तो ये था कि मैंने आपका लीडर्स टुडे का 2nd सीज़न देखा था और मैं बहुत इंस्पायर हुआ था जिस तरीके से आपने क्वेश्चंस पूछे. और उन्होंने पता है क्या, एक ना होस्ट का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट काम होता है, जो सामने वाले हैं उससे उगलवाना,
सूत्रधार, सारथी.
तो ये आपका बहुत मुझे अच्छा लगा. एंड एक और रीज़न भी ये था कि मैं भी चाहता था कि जो लोग मेरे से जुड़े हुए हैं, जिन लोगों को मैं भी जानता हूँ, जो कि सक्सेसफुल लोग हैं, तो उनके इंस्पिरेशन मुझे भी मिले और सबको मिले, जिससे कि पॉजिटिविटी रहे सबकी लाइफ.
एंड सो आई कुड ऐड अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ लाइफ इन दिस स्टोरी थ्रू माय ओन वे, व्हिचएवर वे आई नो बेस्ट. So kind of you, sir. I'm so inspired and so thankful and so grateful. Because I never imagined that way about myself. लेकिन मुझे बहुत मजा आता है. I love speaking to people. I love listening to stories. अगर कहानियाँ नहीं होती तो हम नहीं होते.
ये तो
मेरा ये मानना है. And that is the reason why Leaders Today. So let's thank Mr. Parag Anand for being with us over here today and for sponsoring the show. He's one of the sponsors. The other sponsor is Mr. Mukesh Pandey. Unfortunately, he's got caught somewhere, so he couldn't be here on time. We will speak to him another time whenever he's available. And definitely, Cloud Access, the most secure platform. And yeah, I'm also grateful to Luxurazi for being my wardrobe sponsor, because when you're a leader, you need to be power dressed so that you can make a statement and feel very comfortable. Let's not waste any time and meet our first guest. When you listen to the word company, what does it remind you of? You must have often used it in your conversations. I was in the company of friends. I was in the company of my family members. I was in the company of my peers or, fellow entrepreneurs. Which reminds us of the fact that even before 4 walls are erected with a roof on the top to build an actual building which you call a company, company actually means the people whom you move around with. That is what a company means. A company means nothing without people. This gentleman whom we have with us over here, he went through IIT without giving an interview or a written exam. I believe it was possible in those days if you had a request, all over a postcard. Having passed out from IIT way back over 5 decades ago, to now starting his own company, which is called GPR. You know GPS, Global Positioning System. But if you're talking about good people relations, then we have Gopal Shetty Prasad Rao with us, a towering personality who has run as the head of the NHRD for over 5 terms, worked in companies like SAIL, JK, Birla and Reliance, and played a huge hand in giving this nation the strength of people it deserves to make it shining in the world. So viewers, welcome back to season 3 of Leaders Today, exclusively sponsored by Benson Trophies, which is one of the leading trophy manufacturers of the nation, RupiaPaisa.com, that has been turning the lives around of companies and people all over India, and of course, the most secure platform that you can think of, Cloud Access. Thank you so much for season 3 and welcome to the show, sir. I'm really elated to have you over here because we're starting off on a brilliant note that people help people grow. And we have the master of that industry with us.
Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. I am personally elated to be on this platform, and this gives me an opportunity to share my experiences, my ideas, my thoughts with you.
No, it is a pleasure for both of us, because there are viewers. This is a platform about how, what is the basis, or I would say the DNA of leadership. Right? It's a program called Leaders Today. And, because I believe that leadership is not a heritage or it is not a property that you can give. It happens through your journey.
Yes.
Right?
True.
So I would like to know about that journey from you because I'm sure our viewers over here want to know that
Absolutely.
side of your life.
I'll be too happy to share my experiences. Anything particular you want to know about?
No, I would like to know. I mean, this is, 15 minutes is a very short time. I think it would take 15 hours to actually sit with you and even gather a percentage of your experience. But then how did it all begin? When did you start?
See, I am from a small village. No electricity, no bus, no bridge. The highest was class 7th. From there, I have, with my hard work and help of others, I want to express my gratitude to those people who guided me to go there. I stood first in the state of Orissa.
Wow.
I didn't study English, but I participated in English debate competition and I got an All India second prize in all competition.
That is such a wonderful thrill. But when you're growing up and you receive an award, there you see. So that's what Benson Trophies has taken the right step because we all love that shining piece of brass or metal or glass in our shells because it defines a lot of us. Yes.
So I could work in large companies like SAIL, JK Group, Birla, Reliance, India and abroad. I worked in the mines factory, head offices and all. And I could help the profession of HRD also, the National HRD Network.
Yeah.
I worked there for long. So that's another.
You headed that for 5 terms together. It's about 10 years.
Yeah. I was the National Secretary and the presidents used to come and go.
I'm sure a lot of leaders whose name we hear today, I think they can reckon with your understanding and you would have played a crucial part in
they all call
especially putting the spotlight on them that this is a candidate one needs to work on or this is an important person.
So I believe that you can't invent great people, but you can discover good people. So I use that knack of discovering the right people, good people who can lead the profession.
I would like to ask a very, very critical question over here. You said something really amazing that you can't invent people, you can discover.
Yeah.
What is the art of discovering? How do we discover? Maybe 3 or 4 tips that we can learn from you so that entrepreneurs and people who are looking at this program and HR professionals, this would be a gold mine for you. What do you think? What is your way?
No, you want to discover, keep your eyes and ears open. That is the starting point. Number 2 is you should be open to networking. See, through networking, your wings will open. You will reach out to people. You will meet different kinds of people. The third is you should always be prepared to learn. I mean, the moment you think you know it all.
Absolutely. I believe, learning never stops. Even 1 second before we shut our eyes and leave this holy creation, there is an opportunity to learn. And learning is the greatest blessing that any of us can ever have.
Then you look for people. That's discovery. And believe in the trust. Look for good things of people. Always. Strength, focus, discovery. If you do that, you will get people.
I just came across a wonderful story, and I'll just take 30 seconds and I'll tell you that if you look at just the good things. So there was this old woman who would take 2 buckets of water every day from the river uphill to where she lived in her hutment. Now, one of the buckets was very old, the other one was new. And the old bucket had a few holes drilled. It's like, what happens in a flooded over time. So by the time these buckets would reach there, the old bucket would tell this old woman, I'm so sorry, I'm of no use to you. I have lost half the water. The new bucket has everything. I'm of no use. Then this old woman, she turns around, takes the bucket and shows her the road to the river. See your side of journey. Wherever the water spilled, we have flowers everywhere. That was a beautiful thing I learned, because he said that you were never invalid. You have given such a beautiful road for me. It's such a scenic view. So nobody is ever indispensable. There are good things in everyone, right?
This is all about farming. This is all about giving. The function, the domain of human resource management is that people are capable. They have the potential. You need
somebody to kindle that fire and fan that fire in the right time at the right moment.
Absolutely.
Wow, such an amazing discovery that you have said. And learning to discover people. Keep your eyes and ears open. It's important. Maybe what you are searching for is just next door. Isn't he our next door leader? That's what I'm talking about. Just you can find that in your own surroundings. You need to be alert for that. That's one thing. And trust. Loyalty, belief, looking only at the good things in people. Yes. These are the values of a true HR professional, and I think that you have validated that all your life and helped companies, in different ways. I would like to come to a particular discussion when we were, having our discussions, when we were talking over the phone and over Zoom, that what we need to do.
Sure.
I would like you to narrate the incident which was the most challenging for you, the one where you were caught amidst Naxalites, and not one or two, 10,000 of them, and how he did everything over there.
That was really threatening. When I try to recall the situation, in a place, no electricity, no television, no telephone, and there are 15,000 workers. Out of them, 10,000 were Naxalites. And there, atrocities, violence, work stoppages, strikes, and all. So I was getting frustrated, getting fed up, almost wanting to give up. So I had a conversation with the leader. I said, you see, I'm an employee of a company. After some time, I look for a transfer. If it doesn't happen, I leave. But how are you going to achieve your objective? Would you like to tell me what your objective is?
Absolutely. How long would they continue in such a way?
Then he said, okay. Objective is very simple. I want to uplift the economic status of all.
That is what you were there for yourself.
I said, we are also there for that only. So let's discuss. So then we got into conversation. So from Vivad, we got into Samvad. Then the conversation started. Then he said, there are only 2 ways of doing. One is raise their income level, where we have our own boundaries, we have limitations. But then you can convert fixed income to variable income. You can bring incentivization. So all that you can start so that the earnings will improve.
And that's when you started football, and the sports academy, the medicines and all that?
No, that's the other thing. Okay. Then we said, you also look at their expenditure forward.
That is really amazing.
Are they saving or they're spending?
So I'll tell you a little bit about this one, and I would like to say it on your behalf. They researched that even after being paid, why these 10,000 families were suffering, and liquor was a very big problem. So he made the leader calculate all that, and he came up with the realization they're having the money, but they're spending it on liquor. So they ran social, CSR kind of programs where they educated everyone. I think that's what
I
was what
told them, would you like to stop it? No, it's difficult. I see, you think about it. And we can't take up that project, it's you. But I can help you in doing that. He said, sir, create some cultural centers, give some sports facility, give some medicines, give some pravachans, talks. Oh, that's it, that's true.
So
that's our job. We'll do it.
In your arsenal that you have, you need to put it together. And I learned one thing from this thing, that negotiation is always not on a business deal. Negotiation is also, it also exists in dialogues, in the way you talk.
Yeah.
Because there's a great saying. I heard it in a movie. कि जब बातचीत से और दोस्ती से काम बन सकता है तो लड़ाई झगड़ा क्यों करना?
Why
do you need to fight?
If Samvad can solve the problem.
There is always a route out for every situation, right?
Yeah, that's what we have learned. The only way to do it is interact. Talk it out.
Absolutely.
Don't talk about them. Don't talk to them. Talk with them.
Talk with them. Yeah, absolutely. Don't talk about them. Talk to them. Talk with them. Going together.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. I'll remember that for life. It's a wonderful saying.
Thank you.
And it will go with GP Rao had said that.
Thank you.
Before the next question, let's have a sip of coffee before it gets cold. There's another question that I wanted to ask. You have done a lot on women empowerment. Why don't you shed some light on that one?
I helped in running a all-women factory in Delhi. I had 90% of an office filled with women in Malaysia. And the other one is the Destination Boardroom, the program for aspiring women leaders who want to be part of the
Because women are the driving force of a nation, of a family, of a country, of a state, and everything.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's really amazing. Thank you for that piece of knowledge as well. And I would like to know one thing that our viewers would love to know. What has inspired you, something that has inspired you that you are in this position today as a leader? Because I'm sure our viewers will also be inspired by what has inspired you.
See, I got inspiration from leaders who can integrate compassion in business. So that's what I'm driving, that leaders have to be compassionate. So for being able to do that, if you can believe that karma can be done based on dharma, and that karma will be very genuine, authentic, and then you can do karma. Absolutely fine. So base has to be dharma, ethics, collaboration, trust, transparency, giving, open to learning, conversation, co-creation, collaboration. That should be the basis, dharma. Then you do the karma, and that is the genuine, then you do the. This is the message I want to give to people.
Thank you so much, viewers, for staying with us, and thank you so much, GP, for that invaluable piece of knowledge and your experience. You just condensed your 70 years of life. Believe me, he's 70, he looks 50, into that one statement, Leadership is all about business with compassion. If compassion doesn't exist, there's no point of leadership. If business doesn't exist, there's no point of leadership. You need to weave them both, marry them both, and that is when you get people going. Collaboration, cooperation, belief, trust, listening to others. It's very important. That is the essence of leadership that GP has brought to us today. Thank you so much for our sponsors. Once again, we have Benson Trophies, who's been taking us ahead on our journey. Then we have rupiapaisa.com, transforming businesses, and of course, Cloud Access, the most secure platform. So thank you so much, viewers, for being with us over here on the very first episode of the 3rd seasons of Leaders Today. That was Mr. GP Rao, and I'm sure you all have been inspired by him. I have been inspired by his journey, and continuing on this journey, next week, same time, another round of guests. Leaders Today will be here with you. Until then, Sudarshan Ramakrishna Chetlur signing off. Thank you.